Hello, Becky. I mean, Candace.
Hello, how are you?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm good, thank you.
We're just talking about how Becky actually owns this podcast now.
She thinks she does, she doesn't really.
She runs it. Sorry, your microphone's not on, so I can't hear you.
I just think I own it. I don't own it. Yet.
slowly move it in.
Yeah.
Good feedback from last week's podcast, though. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Had a few people, come and chat and let me know they listened to it and stuff like that. Yeah.
It's pretty cool.
It's good.
That's awesome.
It is good.
It was one of my favourite ones. I messaged Mandy after. I think I messaged you. Did I message you? Yeah. Yeah, it was one of my favourite ones.
Yeah.
I think that we've done.
Oh, you didn't message me. We talked about it in person.
Oh, I messaged someone. Did I message you?
Yeah, you messaged me, yeah.
Someone got a message.
You
Someone.
said
I
to me
messaged
it was
someone.
like one of my favorites.
I told you that
and
in
I said
person.
why,
Okay.
and then you went through the list.
Oh,
as
okay.
why.
That's good.
Yeah. Forget that conversation as well.
No, I got it. I remember now. I
You
just
sure?
know that I messaged somebody.
Just fucking talk at people and hope they listen.
Yeah.
At least this one's recorded. So maybe when I die, you'll actually remember me so you can go back and watch all these.
I'm sorry.
It's fine. One day you'll listen. No, she won't. Have you got a question today?
I do. Didn't forget it. It's right here. Oh, yeah. Okay. What makes you roll your eyes every time you hear it?
Oh, that's a good question.
I'll tell you what mine is if you need time.
Okay, you go.
When it's almost the new year and people say, see you next year.
I know that because I make
fucking
you
hate it.
make you roll your eyes because I
so
say it on purpose.
much. I think
See you next year. It's the best.
I hate it. I think because when
funny.
I was a physio, like probably for that whole last week leading, or probably the last 2 weeks, I'd say, leading up to the new year, because you wouldn't see those patients until like every patient every day would say that. By the end, I'm just like, just fuck, get out of my office.
Get in with
care.
it, man. Get in the joke.
I don't care.
It's funny if you let it be funny.
It's really not.
It's a bit cringy and
Yeah.
a bit silly. That's why I like it. I think.
Yeah.
I don't know.
Nothing.
Have you got anything that you can see me roll my eyes at? I can't really think of anything. Like the only thing that comes, I don't really roll my eye. I just get angry. I just thought of like Callie with a packet of something yesterday. It made me want to fight her physically.
Like the noise of the packet.
Oh, when I'm doing something, like if my brain's trying, I was like on my computer, I was doing something, and then it was like, I was like, and she's like, what? But that's not rolling my eyes. Like,
I'm angry. That's fine as well, I think. Yeah.
I don't know. I can't really think of anything.
That's fine. Do you have anything, Bex? I feel like you'd have a lot.
So glad you asked. Yeah, she's an eye roller for sure.
Absolutely.
Well, it was my birthday on Tuesday, and when people say, "What does it feel like now you're 38?" Like,
the same as yesterday.
yeah, exactly the same.
I get
That's
that.
kind of like, Mitch is sneezing. If he sneezes, yeah, eye roll.
Can you do his sneeze? Can you make the noise?
It's a little bit before, so I'm eye rolling.
It's the one. That's funny.
So I'm eye rolling from that, from the.
Okay, Mitchell, we got to talk about your sneezes, mate, because that's a lot.
Just let it out. Just let it go.
Yeah.
Like, just let it happen when it happens. You know. What's going on?
Wow.
Like a build up.
How long-
There we go.
How long do you think that process goes for? Like,
First bit. Oh, it can be.
It varies by the
It
sound of it.
varies. I can be just staring at him like for a considerable amount of time. Get
She's
on
not,
with it.
She's not actually staring at
Her
him.
eyes are
yeah,
like
her eyes are like, she's just
In the
looking
back
in
of my
his
head.
direction. That's funny.
that's hilarious. Get on with it.
Yeah, I don't like the cringy things that make people roll their eyes. Like I think I make people roll their eyes. I think like I'm a part of it.
Yeah, okay.
So I can't really think of anything.
You're the problem.
I'm the problem.
Fair enough.
I make people roll their eyes. That's a good question.
Fair.
Where'd you
Well,
get
it's
that one
not
from?
because you don't have an answer. But it's fine.
It's just me though. I think other people will have good answers.
Okay. I test them today for Saturday morning, so we'll see.
Maybe I'll get an answer from tomorrow. From tomorrow's
Oh yeah, you'll
classes.
find someone else's answer.
Maybe.
Okay, keep me updated.
I will, because
Let me know.
Yeah.
Where did I get that from? We have a Slack group of like question of the day thread.
Yeah, I know. I'm in it.
Yeah. Once I exhaust. Tell me a fucking story.
Oh, I'm in it. There's an eye roll.
Once that's exhausted, I just have to troll the internet until I find
Yeah.
stuff. Yeah.
Is it exhausted at the moment?
Yeah.
Let's go, staff.
Pick
We
up
need
your
some
game.
questions.
I'm sick of looking.
Or members.
Yeah,
Suggest it.
Fleur sends me quite a lot actually
That's
as well.
good.
Yeah. But I get down some pretty bad Reddit threads.
I was like, you just keep going.
Oh yeah,
To a
they're
place.
like not appropriate, but I like these are hilarious.
Oh, there's
I have
so
to
many
keep
questions
reading.
that I wish we could ask.
Yeah,
But we can't.
No,
like, it's
we
just
absolutely
inappropriate.
they're great
Some good
though.
ones.
Maybe just before,
What's your favourite sex position?
just before the gym shuts. You know, if you ever make that decision, we'll just go ham that last week on all the questions we were never able to ask for question of the day because everyone will be gone. Like it won't matter.
Doesn't
They
matter
can't
if we
leave.
offend anyone,
Yeah.
make anyone uncomfortable.
Yep.
We'll just go to town. It's a good idea. I like
I
it.
think.
I hope we never do that.
No,
but if we
but-
ever do, at least we've got something to look forward to.
Yeah. Just go out with a bang, you know.
Yeah.
Really piss everyone off.
I love it.
That'd be great.
That's good.
Yeah.
On that note of pissing people off, what are you talking about today? No.
That was quite a good segue, actually. This is an old, I think it's Ben Bergeron. Never whine, never complain, never make excuses.
I think so.
Yeah. I used to be very obsessed with everything he said. And
Why no more?
I don't know. To be honest. I don't know. I just don't listen to his podcast anymore. I used to be like religious every Tuesday morning. But now I'm a bit like, meh, if I run out, I'll listen.
Yeah.
Do you listen to it still?
No.
Nah.
I don't know why either, though.
Nah.
I still like him.
Yeah.
Still like what he does.
Yeah, same.
Maybe because we I don't know, like not know what he's taught, but
Yeah.
like we feel like we're like we don't need that side anymore.
Yeah. Yeah, maybe.
Maybe. I don't know.
We're his disciples for a long time,
Yeah.
and now we've branched.
We're spreading the word.
Spreading the
We're
good
spreading
word.
the good word ourselves. Maybe that's what it is. I don't know.
Maybe.
Because I'm like, I know Ben. He makes me roll my eyes. I know Ben.
Don't make excuses. I get it. Yeah. So I wanted to talk about that today, just because you and I have had a few conversations about this week, which have been really good. And I still wish we like mic'd ourselves up every now and then because they're usually way better conversations than they are on here. But we'll do our best to replicate it. But I wanted to talk about complaining first because it's something that we all do as humans. But I think there's a time and a place for it, and the time and the place is not the gym. And it happens quite a lot this time of year in summer. It's really hot, in case you haven't realized. It's really hot here at the moment. So we definitely see an increase in the complaining about the heat.
When are you getting that aircon installed, mate? Very funny.
Yeah.
I think it's something that from the very beginning of time at Contessa, we have talked about, and we will have to continue talking about forever, is the constant reminder of why we don't complain, why we don't do that, and why we don't bring it into the gym. It's, even though a lot of members have been here for a long time, it's just like that. We just need to like give them that little slap or little.
Yeah.
you know.
Now that you say that, I definitely, the things I'm thinking of from the last few weeks have been very
Yes.
new people. So I
Yep.
think the people who have been here for a while either don't do it in front of us or they don't do it anymore because they
Yeah.
know, which is cool.
Yeah, it is
Yeah.
good. And like the often reminders definitely don't have to happen as often as they always
yeah,
have, for
yeah.
sure. But like you said, it's human nature to complain, and it's human nature to complain with people who you're comfortable with. But we talk about that in the gym too, like not making sure you're not too comfortable and blah, blah, blah. But yeah, time and place.
Yeah. And I think people have always asked, like, what's the difference between stating a fact and complaining? Which I think is a really valid question. And like, if we use the heat as the example, it's really hot, stating the fact that it's really hot everyone fucking knows, like everyone can feel how hot it is, and you saying that is not going to change the situation. So I think that's, well, Daddy Benny says that's when it becomes a complaint, when you're saying something that you can't actually do anything about. And then when people start complaining, it brings attention of that thing to everyone else. So we all walk in and out, our heads like, fuck, it's hot in here today. No one says anything. But the minute someone says it, everyone's like, oh yeah. And they all jump on the bandwagon.
And then it's bringing the attention to it, which is then bringing your individual awareness to it, which is then taken away from what we're actually trying to do here. And that's why we don't want it here.
Yeah.
Because we're trying to make you tougher. We're trying to make you better. We're trying to make you a stronger, more resilient human being. And by you bringing in the, oh, fuck, it's hot, you're weak. Like you're thinking in a weak-minded manner, which is not, like if you say it out loud, if you're thinking it and then you say it out loud, that's just going to bring not just your attention to it, but everyone else's. And then they're going to, it's like the same as when we do, we did it last week when we do Tabata planks at the end of the session. Each one of my classes, I said, whatever you do not stop working. I don't care if you're on your toes or your knees, but if you drop down during your 20 seconds of work, the person next to you is going to want to drop down. So you're in it together. Like it's the same as, it's the like the energy you bring into the room. It's the sticker we've got at the back there. Like be aware of what you bring into the space and how you carry your words, because it will affect other people.
Yeah, definitely.
And yourself.
Yeah. And it just, we're just trying to build tough little ladies around here.
Yeah.
And a couple of boys.
Yeah.
And doesn't matter what else is going on externally, you're still going to come here and do your best. And like, so therefore you don't need to say what's going on because we all know it's fine. You just show up and do your thing.
Yeah.
And get on with your day.
Just do what you can.
Yeah. So I just needed to get that off my chest. But it kind of ties into what a really cool conversation you and I had earlier this week, kind of along the lines of that. You said something in passing about, we were talking about the open, I think, and you were talking about, we were laughing about your open cramming because the open is very close now, and every year it happens. People get to like January, February, like, oh, I didn't get any better at that thing I said I was going to get better at last year, and they start doing it lots and lots in the lead up to the open. And you said something along the lines of, to do a strict handstand push-ups, it's my own fault that I am where I am because I didn't practice enough during the year, and now I'm cramming.
I was probably
cramping as well because you were practicing so much. And I thought that was a really cool conversation because I don't think people realize enough that you are where you are because of the decisions you've made. So you are either fit or unfit because of decisions you've made. You're either healthy or unhealthy because of decisions you've made. Like you are in control of all of that. And I think it's really cool for people to hear that coming from someone like yourself, who they would look at and be like, oh, like she's good at everything and doesn't need to worry about it. But it's like in the same boat, just at a different level.
I think when you've had a life-changing experience through training and you've made the decisions to change your life for the better, you become more aware of the decisions you make and the impact that can have on your life. And then when it goes the other way as well, because I've taken a step back, I'm very aware that my step back has impacted what I'm able to do at like as well or not as well as. But that's cool. Like,
because made that decision.
I made that decision.
Yeah.
I am where I am because of the decisions I've made. So when I practice strict handstand push-ups at the moment, trying to get better for the open, I'm like, oh, this fucking sucks. I made my bed. Like I did this. But that's a decision that I'm willing to live with because of the way I want to train now and all the other things. But I think a lot of people struggle because they use factors like, I can't because I'm like genetically I'm overweight, or like whatever that they have excuses. I had a kid 4 years ago, like whatever it is, they've got an excuse rather than bringing awareness bring in their awareness to the fact that they put themselves in that position, they're not going to be able to get out of it until they're willing to realize it's them that put themselves there.
Yeah, so it's almost like that, like a victim mindset, almost like this being like, this has happened to me rather than I chose this. Yeah, I totally agree. And I think people with nutrition and weight loss are very much the same. It's like, oh, like what's the point? I'm always going to be overweight, or like I've put on so much weight, blah, blah, blah. But at the end of the day, you, as hard as this is to hear, you are where you are because of the decisions that you made, because of what you did or didn't do. And that's okay, but you have to own that before you can do anything about it, I think.
And you can make better decisions now, from now.
Yeah.
From today. Doesn't have to be the start of the day. You can wake up and start making decisions for where you want to be straight away. Because it's not how hard you go in the gym. It's not like how many hours you do in the gym. It's not how many days a week you train. It's all of those things plus so much more. It's all of the combination of everything. And the longer you continue to blame external factors, the further away you're going to be from where you want to be.
Yeah. And why do you think people get stuck in that? Like why do you think people adopt? Do you think they know they have adopted that mindset? No idea.
I don't. Not until they're on the other side.
Yeah.
I don't think. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know either.
I would think that when they're in it, until they get whatever slap in the face, whether it's from another person or from their decisions, like maybe it's they've taken up nutrition coaching with you and they've had to write their food diary for a week and they go, fuck.
Yeah.
Like that's enough of a slap in the face to realize that it's actually them. I don't know. But until they're ready to really see that they're the problem, I think that they can tell themselves some really good fucking stories.
Yeah, interesting.
And believe it.
And it's so interesting to see the flips, like that conversation we had earlier in the week, to see the flip side of that, where you're like it is what it is. Like I made that choice, and now I'm here, but I'm okay with it because you know that you made that choice.
Yeah.
And I feel like people really never get to that point, either with food or with training or whatever it is. Like I just don't think I've seen many people like own that very well. But it's like a powerful thing, I think, because then you know that you have the ability to change it if you want to.
Yeah, and I guess it didn't happen. Like it doesn't happen straight away. Like I've been doing fitness for close to 20 years, and you've seen me cry doing strict handstand push-ups. Like I've gone through the victim mentality of like they're harder for me, like this. I'm not made for them. They're not, all of that sort of stuff, but. Yeah, I think you get to a point where you realize that the people who can do 20 strict unbroken handstand push-ups aren't, some of them are freaks, but most of them have had to work fucking harder than anyone else. And that's why they can do that. And I'm not willing to do that.
Yeah.
So that's okay.
Yeah, yeah.
I don't want to do that. I want to be able to do them.
Yeah.
But I don't want to have the trade-off.
But at what cost?
Yeah, of all of that work. And so I'll be good for my couple of strict push-ups.
I think that's
cool.
such a cool realization to come to, though. And I wish more people did that or were able to do that with like training and nutrition and life, to be like, I really want to lose 20 kilos, but I am not willing to put in the work. So therefore I can't complain about it because I'm not willing to do the hard things to get to where I want to be.
Yeah.
Or in the gym, like I really want a bar muscle up. Am I willing to come in 3 times a week and do some accessories? No. Cool. That's fine. But you don't get to complain about not being able to do the thing.
Yeah.
And that's fine. But you have to be able to own that decision.
And not just blame like whatever else because it's you. Because we went on to talk about like games athletes. I showed you a video of Colton Mertens, who is an incredible CrossFit games athlete, but he is fucking short.
He is. I'm going to look up how tall he is right now.
And people would see that as an advantage for so many movements.
Yeah.
And yes, for sure, it absolutely would be. He would probably be able to do 50 strict unbroken handstand push-ups or more. Who knows?
Yeah,
but
easily, I reckon.
like his levers are so excellent. But in that video that I showed you, there was rowing, there was wall balls, there was 24-inch box step-ups, which is the I guess the normal, the regular height box step-ups for boys. For him to compete at the best in the world level and do rowing next to those boys, to do wall balls next to those boys and step-ups, he would have had to work so much harder than so many people on the field to even be able to match the same, like,
just to get through those workouts.
He would, and yes, he can make up for it in other workouts. Yes, he can make up for it in other movements, but he would still have to be competitive in those things. You can't have big holes anymore. So for him to be able to do box step-ups at a height that's nearly half of his fucking height.
Yeah, because think boys are going to 24 inches. I just looked it up. He's 163 centimeters, which apparently is shorter than the average female athlete at the games.
Yeah. So, and he's throwing a heavier ball to a higher target than we have to. So I think, and like he's got, like, I don't think I've ever seen not that I follow him or see much from him, but I've never heard the man complain about anything. He's not gone like, yeah, but these boys are so much taller than me. Like, he obviously just works because he wants that. Yeah. And that's what he's willing to do.
To put in the time to achieve that.
Yeah.
And then on the flip side, we went down a massive rabbit hole, but then we talked about Brent Fikowski, who's the opposite end of the scale, who's so tall and lanky. And obviously that's an advantage for some things, but a huge disadvantage for others. And yet he's had to double down and work so hard. Like, think about those levers and strict handstand push-ups and how tough that would be next to someone like Colton. You know, like, there's
Wasn't it him that when did he break his leg or something or tore something? Was it him that did strict handstand push-ups off his couch while he was in recovery?
Oh, yeah. I do remember that, actually.
And that's when he got good at that movement because he couldn't do anything
else.
with his leg. I think I don't know what the injury was, but from memory, it was like a full leg brace for a while. And he was like couch bound for several weeks. And he just did bulk strict handstand push-ups. So I guess what we're trying to say is, like, you don't have to want to do the things, but you've got to be willing to accept that you could if you wanted to. Like, anyone can do anything if you're willing to put in the work for it. And like, these people that are at that level with the disadvantages that we're talking about, they just work harder. Yeah. And they don't fucking complain. They don't say a thing. They just work harder.
And that's okay if you don't want to do that, but then you can't be mad about not doing that.
Yeah. For sure.
I love it.
Could keep going.
Could keep going all day. You wrote a note in here. What you complain about is your belief system. Tell me more.
I think, like we were saying earlier, what you're thinking and then what you say, it's going to echo throughout the rest of your life, and it's just going to become who you are. It's going to become embedded in who you are. So if every day you wake up, and whether you say it internally or out loud to your partner or your kids or whoever, and you say the same thing, ow, my back hurts. I don't know. Let's just say that. When you first get out of bed, like, sure, your back may actually hurt, but the more you draw attention to it, the more you believe it, the more you think about it, it's like, that's who you become. That's who you are. And you saying it out loud is it makes it real. It makes it so much more real.
Yeah, I totally agree with that.
I know back pain's a real thing. I'm not disregarding back pain, but that's just an example of, you know, something that could be maybe very minor for some, it sounded American, very minor for someone, but they're drawing massive amounts of attention to it. So then it just...
And we definitely see that when people come to the gym. I'm trying to think of an example. Like, if someone was overweight, it's the first thing that comes to my brain, and they've adopted that as their identity. Like, that's who they are. Like, because that's what they've told themselves for years. They can't do anything about it. It is what it is. Like, I'm never going to change. When they come to the gym, that's often the first thing they'll lead with. Like, this is just who I am and it's never going to change. And like, I'm not willing to do anything about it. Like, it becomes just such a core part of who they believe they are. And that's so hard to break down once you've done that to yourself.
100%. And I think those same people, because they believe that, they act like a person that is that. And we've talked about that before. Like when we both started CrossFit, we wanted to be really good at it. So we acted like people who were really good at CrossFit. And I think more people need to adopt that mindset of be the person you want to be, act like the person you want to be. I'm not talking about an individual. Act like the version of you want to be now, because then you can become that by acting like it.
Yeah.
Whereas so many people just get the pity and the victim and the, well, I already ate
what
that,
it is.
so I may as well eat this too, like, or whatever it may be. And then that's just who they're going to stay
Yeah,
as.
and just those excuses just like pile on until it becomes so deep they can't even get out of it anymore. Yeah, we've definitely talked about it before. I was just thinking of that. It's a part of the Atomic Habits book where James Clear talks about one of his friends who lost a bunch of weight, and I'm pretty sure all she did was walk around her backyard or something. And he said to her, what did you do? Like, how did you do this? And she said, I just thought, what would a healthy person do right now? And every decision she made throughout the day, she tried to question herself with that. And that's how she decided, like, what to do, like blue pill, red pill, like what do I take? And she would just keep doing that over time until she literally became that person. She lost like an incredible amount of weight. I can't remember exactly what, but yeah, I think if you're someone who feels like they're stuck, whether it's in the gym, overweight, I don't know, partying on the weekends, drinking too much, whatever it is, like you're there because of a decision you have made. What can you do to get out of that now?
I can see people sitting here now listening to this and going, yeah, but you've never been overweight.
Understand.
You've never been there. You don't know what it's like. And if you're doing that already, like if you're thinking that shit already, then like that's just another one.
Yeah.
Because we both couldn't do pull-ups when we started CrossFit. I could not do 10 burpees. I was a trainer and I couldn't do 10 burpees in a row.
I never showed up to a running workout because I could not run 400 meters without stopping.
Like
I hated it so much.
I was bad at everything.
Yeah.
I wasn't bad at weightlifting. I was okay. But I was not fit.
Yeah,
I was not like, you told me to hang on a bar. I don't reckon I could have held on for 20 seconds, like hanging from a bar. Like I had to work very hard to get where I am. And the excuse that I've never been overweight or I've been unhealthy, 100%. But like that's just you passing that on again. Like just that you don't understand because you've not been where I am.
Yeah.
Like, okay, but other people have and they've done it.
Yeah.
Like, what do you want?
Yeah.
You've got to make the decision and go with it and stop blaming things that are outside of you.
Yeah, and I think felt good to get off your chest.
Yeah, it did. Felt nice.
I think I see it happen with nutrition all of the time. Like people so Stella particularly, who we've interviewed on here before, she did all of this for a really long time, like probably a year, I reckon, of just like back and forward. I can't do it. Like, this is just who I am. You know, like my weight just won't change. Like it won't, you know, blah, 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 whatever. And it wasn't until she was able to call herself out on her own stories that she started to make that change, like that things started to move.
What was it? What was the first thing? I know we interviewed her.
Yeah. I reckon one of the first things was her gym attendance.
Yeah.
She wasn't coming. She thought she was coming, but she was coming. I think we looked it up. See what I mean with
stories? Like
people would tell themselves. Herself because she had a membership that she came to the gym. But I think we looked it up. It was like twice. On average, it was like 6 times a month or something. So she was coming once, maybe twice a week.
Yep.
Most of the time. And I'm like, no, that's not good enough. Like you need to be here every day. And so we went to 3 times and then 4 times and then 5 times and 6 times. And it's like not until you can start to unpick those stories that you've told yourself. And they might be so big that it's hard to even know where to start. But just like unpicking one of them can make such a big difference. And it doesn't have to be weight loss. It might be, I don't know, shit at work or shit at home or crappy sleep or whatever it is. But it's just learning how to be like, okay, this isn't working. Why isn't this working? Oh yeah, I'm the problem. I'm why it's not working.
Always.
Always. It's a hard pill to swallow, though.
Yeah, of course. And yeah, I don't know. I think it does just come, like even your story just with Stell then, I think it does just, it has to happen slowly over time. Like you can't just wake up one day and make that decision if you've been wired the other way for a long time. I think it has to be you just have to be aware of it to start with. And then you have to like question the thoughts, like the thought that pops into your brain. You have to like not believe it. You have to like listen and then like question it.
And even just be aware of it. Like
Yeah.
when it comes in like, oh, you shouldn't go to the gym today because you went yesterday and your legs are sore. Being like, hey.
Hang on a second.
Why?
Yeah.
Like, why is that a thought? And what should I do with that now? Rather than just being like, okay, I won't go. I think that's, just so many aspects of life could be improved with just being able to call yourself out on your own shit and like stop making excuses.
Self-awareness.
Yeah. Yes.
Call your friends on it too.
Yes. And that's the other thing, like the people you surround yourself with, so important. Because if you are with people who are just going to keep feeding into those stories, like, oh, like you're fine, that, you know, you're healthy enough, or
You're
like
beautiful the way you are.
Yeah, you don't drink that much, or whatever it is. Like if you're around people that are doing that, like you are going to have a really hard time getting out of whatever hole you've dug yourself into.
Yeah.
And that, like, I really feel for people who are in a family situation or a friendship group situation where they feel very stuck by that, because that would be really tough.
100%, especially in, I guess, a family environment, like your significant other. If they're not supportive of it, it would definitely make it more difficult.
Yeah.
Like really hard. But
again, you are where you are because of your decisions, like regardless of how difficult it is because of that person, like you're still making the choice.
yeah.
Obviously there's situations where, you know, there's other stuff going on, which is not our field to talk about, but for most people it's because of a decision you've made.
And I think on that, I think people get like caught up in, but he won't do anything or whatever it is. It's like, well, you, like, he doesn't have to. Like, you can just worry about you for this. Like, you lead by example. You show the life-changing thing that can happen from this sort of environment, and then they can see that, and then they might want to join you.
Yeah.
But you can't make someone do it with you. They have to want to do it on their own.
I've talked about this with nutrition clients, a couple of them this week actually, all in the same week, about partners at home, like they're making this food and like they're like, okay, this is what I want to have for dinner, and then their partner's either not supporting that or like not helping them when it's their night to cook. And I'm like, well, that's okay. You sort your own food out and let them sort theirs out if it has to come to that. Like, and people really struggle with that because that's not traditionally what we do as a family. You know, we like sit down and eat together and blah, blah, blah. But again, that's, I think, just another excuse you're making to either stay where you are or not have to do the hard thing.
Yeah.
Just,
Like, yeah, I think how lucky are we that we can have separate dinners, like, and be in a, you know, and have a kitchen, and I don't know, like, it's so hard when we have like our society, and like we're so lucky with everything that we have that it's, I think, difficult to see the opportunities that we have outside of that. Like, yeah, totally off topic really, that one.
let's go.
I just think, yeah, people get, like you said, like it's normal, like a traditional thing to sit down together and have dinner together. But like, we are very, like, if you can afford to come to the gym, like you're doing good, you're doing better than most of the world right now. So I think it's, like you said, it's another excuse, and it's just another decision that's a little bit uncomfortable, or you might be like scared of judgment maybe from your friends that you're not having dinner with your family. But fuck, like if that's your biggest problem, you're doing pretty good in the world.
Yeah, so true. I feel that every week when I like go to prep my stuff on a Sunday, like I hate getting ready for the week. It's my least favorite thing to do. And in my head, I'm literally like, you're choosing to do this. You're choosing to do this. You're choosing to do this. It's hard, but it's like you either want it or you don't.
Yeah.
And then your choices are going to dictate whether you get it or you don't.
Yep.
So you just have to do it.
I agree.
You have to be aware of it, and then you have to do it.
Yeah. Yes.
Yes.
Stop calling yourself on your bullshit.
Yes.
and call your friends on their bullshit.
Yes. Or find better friends.
Or that.
Yeah.
If they won't listen to you.
Yeah. And I find like with nutrition clients, if they're really struggling and they're not coming to the gym much, like I just want them here more, because I feel like the more that they're around this, like the more they're going to go home and be like, oh, like I will make better choices today because I want to fit in, or I want to find friends there, or whatever it is.
Yes. I just think like it takes a special kind of person to willingly put yourself through this much discomfort in a workout. Like this isn't for everyone. It's for anyone, but it's not for everyone to want to do. So it makes other life decisions and choices a little bit less daunting after you've just brutally abused yourself in a good way at the gym.
By choice.
Yeah, by choice.
I agree.
We haven't hurt you. They did it to themselves.
My 6:40 class this morning, everyone was just like real flat today. And I was like, don't forget, you're all paying to be here right now. They were like, oh yeah.
Wait a second. We like it.
We chose this. Everyone was just sad. Yeah.
Oh, that's sad.
Just looked real sad.
Oh, was it the workout?
I don't even know.
Friday? Should be
Yeah.
fucking stoked.
Yeah.
And then there was just a whoop.
Yeah.
Kirsty.
I was like, all right, we're back.
Girl in the back.
Did you?
It
Was
was
it the
great.
same song you played in the 9:15? Is that when it came? Because I got fucking.
I love that
pumped.
song. I played the same playlist this morning. Yeah.
So, I said to Sarah after that class, I was like, a good playlist does something to me, man.
Oh yeah. I can't even tell
I was
you.
working too hard for my body based on the playlist. Like I was fucked, but I was like, yeah.
I can't
gotta
even
keep
tell you
going.
like what the playlist needs to be. It's just if like the right songs come on, it just does something to you.
You nailed it today.
Thank you.
That was solid.
I thought about it last night because we'll talk about it now. We've been down a rabbit hole with the artist Doechii.
Oh.
I am obsessed.
Yeah.
Like, the most obsessed. It started a couple of weeks ago when I heard a song.
Where'd you hear it?
I think it was on Triple J, and I was like, oh, who is this? And I looked her up, and then I was like, all right, YouTube, watched everything I could find, and I was like, yeah, I love her. And yeah, so this morning it just went off.
She's fantastic. I saw a comment on her Instagram last night because obviously when we find someone, we research everything we can about them.
We're now best friends.
Yes. She's in our circle.
Yes.
She doesn't know it, but she is.
We know it.
Someone commented and said, it's like Outcast and Missy Elliott had a baby. And I was like, oh my God, it is. Nailed her.
She's just so great.
It's just like, just proper artist again.
Yeah.
Like it feels
Yeah.
feels like the kids are getting what they should be getting, what we got in the 90s. It's coming back.
So good. Yeah, so it was a banging playlist this morning. Mm-hmm.
It was great. It helped me.
I'm glad.
Yeah,
I'm
thank
so
you.
glad.
Yeah.
Very great. That's all I've really got for today, to be honest with you.
Is there anything else you want to talk about with complaining?
Just stop it.
Just stop
Don't
it.
do it.
Just don't do it. Yeah. As a whole, our gym is great.
Yes.
And people here don't. I think, like I said,
Which I think is why it's so shocking when it happens, because I'm like, who the fuck just said that?
Yeah.
Where did that
what
come
did you just say?
from? Yeah.
Do some push-ups in the corner. Yeah, I think everyone's good. But I think, like you said, it's human nature, and it can easily creep back in.
Yeah, and
in
I
just
think
little ways.
I think it's okay to have a person that you like. I've complained to you a lot, and you complain, like, you know, that's our thing. But we would never do that in a group, in
And I
front of a
think,
group of people.
Like,
But I don't like message you and be like, it's really hot today.
no. And I was just about to say, I think the complaints that we have to each other and what we talk about, it's not like where. It's like, hey, this. And then the other person goes, but this.
Yeah.
Or like, not like tries to make it better, but
Yeah.
like, it's like it's a,
I guess
it's
things
a
you can do
productive-
something about. Yeah.
And you've got to get it off your chest, and venting is really important, and not just bottling it up, and, you know, like, you've got to have your people you talk about stuff to, but the way you say it and what you're looking for is like, you've got to, there's got to be something productive to come out of it.
Yeah.
Whether
So-
it's you just going, hey, I need to tell you this because I'm really fucking mad. And then that person goes, that sucks, dude.
Yeah.
And they're there for you. Or it's like, hey, this happened and I don't know what to do. Can you help me? It's like, yeah, you got to think about what you want out of it. And it's not just every time you see that person, you go, oh my God.
Yeah.
Like there's got to be I think, and that's what we definitely do, I think, is, that.
Yeah. Yeah. Maybe that's a good way to look at it. Like if there's a solution, it's not complaining. It's more of a, this is what's going on.
Yeah.
But if you're just like, couldn't get a car park today, probably.
I 100% bitch about the traffic on the way to work sometimes too, though. Fucking traffic!
I feel like that's valid.
Sunshine Coast is going stupid.
Stop moving here.
Seriously, we're full.
Honestly.
So cool.
We're very full.
Don't make us hate it.
Between Bly Bly and Maroochydore, we're pretty full there.
No more people.
It's just like at 8 a.m, 8:30. If everyone can fuck off, that'd be really good.
This is another bonus to not having kids, guys. Like if you're on the fence, like I never have to drive in that traffic. It's wonderful.
Yeah. Yep. Be setting it a ride, just no. All right.
What else is bloody going on?
Guess the Open's coming up.
Tis.
I rolled my ankle.
You did.
That's what's going on.
It's not funny. I'm sorry.
It's pretty funny. I rolled it.
How's it feeling today?
It's pretty good.
Yeah.
I rolled it 5 years ago, COVID.
Oh, God, it's been that long. Holy shit. Yeah, we were doing a workout in here. We had every piece of equipment we've ever owned in our lives in this gym because we just shut down the other gym. We weren't supposed to be here. We had all the doors down, training in secret. And you came down, not funny.
It's very funny. It's funny. It was 5 years ago. It's fine.
Okay. You came down the rope and like jumped off, like way too far off the ground. Oh. Did you hit the bottom of the rope? Yeah.
I landed on the rope.
Yeah, landed on the... And like the scream, I was like, she's dead.
I'm going to shit myself.
Yeah.
I'm going to vomit. And Candace is just like, you're okay.
There.
You're okay. You're okay. You're all right. Oh, Candace. Oh, it fucking hurts so bad. I've never rolled my ankle before that. And I'm just hurrying on. And all I wanted was you to just give me something. You're okay. You're right. You're right, mate. You're right.
What, if I wasn't me, like what would you like in that situation, do you think?
I don't know. Okay. I think I want you to be like, oh my God. I'm okay. But then that would just make me worse. So
something's wrong.
Yeah.
Something's very wrong.
So I don't want you to do that. I don't know.
Okay. Because I'll practice. If you tell me what to do, I'll practice.
I think I'll just be more worried.
Okay. Fake worry. Okay.
Fake.
Got it.
Fake worry. No, I don't know. No, because Jordo was very similar. No, he was probably a little bit more concerned the other day when I did it because it was a lot. We were trail running. You know what we were doing? We were talking. We never talk.
Yeah.
When we're doing
just a bit
that.
Distracted.
I honestly
and
think
it was raining, so maybe a bit
slippery. Bit slippery, and we rarely talk, like have a conversation while we're running.
Yeah.
In the trails, we normally just run.
Yeah.
But I started it, and then we were just chatting, and then I just landed on a rock and just folded in half. And the noise that came out of me, wow, and the swear words. And he's like, "You need to sit down." I was like, "Oh no, fucking sit down! I gotta walk! I gotta move!" It was a lot, and like, but you've rolled your ankle. It fucking hurts.
It does hurt.
Like, don't tell me it doesn't. Don't tell me it's not a lot, because it is a lot. Rolling your ankle is. I was talking to Mon about this morning. It is like trauma. Like, to think about that now makes me feel weird in the belly.
Yeah,
because the pain is just it's fucked up. Anyway. It's much better. It's only been 2 days. And it's only been 2 days and I'm walking normally. Yeah. When can I start jumping?
Not yet.
Okay. A few more days.
Talk about it off air.
Fine.
Give medical advice on a podcast. Get sued.
Oh, I see. Yeah, fair enough.
We'll talk about it later.
That's not my bright spot. My bright spot.
Did I ask you what your bright?
No.
Did I ask you? No. Okay.
You said what else is going on?
That conversation.
You said what else is going on?
The Open. We don't know.
Oh yeah.
Moved on from that.
That's what I was thinking about. The Open, and then I rolled my ankle.
Sure,
yes.
Sure.
Okay. Yeah. The Open's going on. How far away is that? 3 weeks.
3 weeks.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We're doing.
Yeah. It's happening.
We're doing it. We're doing the thing. I mean, hopefully. Am I doing it? No. I'm joking. Ow.
Jesus Christ.
I feel like I've got to put on some drama because it's kind of
better.
fine.
She shows up with crutches tomorrow. I'm like, mate.
Jordo said the day that I did it, he's like, we've got a crutch and you've got your moon boot. I was like, oh my God, that's so embarrassing. I'm fine.
She's like putting it on. It's so embarrassing.
I don't need a moon boot. That's too much.
Crutches, moon boot, wheelchair. Got it.
So good. I'll start living later.
When you or Josh trained that night, because I left and went home and Josh trained, and then he came home and I was like, was she walking normal? He was like, yeah, she looks pretty good. And I was like, okay, she look teary? He was like, no. I was like, okay, she's being fine.
He got to the gym that afternoon. He's like, mate, mate, are you okay? I heard the news. I heard. And he's like putting his hand up. I was like, fuck off, I'm fine. I don't need anything from you. It was very funny.
Oh my God.
And then he'd like pretend to push me over. I'm like, stop. It was very funny. Yes, the Open is in a few weeks. And we're doing a fitness festival alongside of it. Have we talked about it on this yet?
No, we haven't.
We haven't. Oh, so exciting.
Life.
Hello, Barry.
That's cool. That's exciting. So we're doing the Contessa Fitness Festival along with the Open this year. So normally we have it as, if you're doing the Open, you come to the Open events. This year we're saying you don't have to officially sign up to the Open if you don't want to, but you can still come to our fitness festival, which is the open workouts at the gym.
Yeah. And so like, yes, because of everything going on in the CrossFit world at the moment, there's people who are a bit like, yeah, don't really want to sign up, which is cool. I get it.
Yeah.
Totally understand. But we still want as many people as possible to be part of that 3 weeks. So we're going to run the way.
That's for us.
Yeah,
like, that's for
absolutely.
Our community.
It's such a cool,
because yes, we are a CrossFit affiliate, but we weren't at the games. We weren't a part of that. So we want to still be able to celebrate our 3 weeks with our members in our affiliate. And
in whatever way people feel comfortable at the moment.
Yeah, like whether they sign up to the Open or they don't, we just still want our members to come and just have an awesome time.
It's a good old time.
Hopefully hit some PBs, throw
Yeah.
around some high fives, dress up like an absolute
Idiot.
willy wally.
Yeah.
I don't know what the fuck that is.
We'll find out in 3 weeks, I guess.
It was my ankle. My ankle hurts. That's why I said that.
Just making bad decisions. Yeah, and so it just means like we can just like do what we want with the workouts as well.
Yeah.
If you're not doing the Open, we'll just
We'll
choose your own adventure.
We'll change things for anyone. Anything you want.
do whatever you want.
Yeah.
Just come.
Yeah. Just
Dress up like a willy wally.
That's cringy. A willy wally. Can we edit that? I don't edit anything, but that's editable.
Becky, can you edit that?
Just cut that bit out. I'm very much looking forward to it. So we're doing.
Have we announced the team captains yet?
No,
We're going to do that.
we should do that today.
Yes.
The team captains are probably like, when are they gonna?
Have I been fired?
When are they telling everyone about me?
Should we do it on here or are we going to do it on a post?
Oh well, why don't we do it on here, because this doesn't get announced till 5, and then we
Yeah.
could do it with the
Okay.
like my pretty photo that I made.
Yeah, I know. I've been waiting.
I've been waiting
For what?
for you to post it.
What? Are you serious? I've been waiting for you.
You always post the open stuff. I just make it for you. Oi, we sound really unorganized right now.
I've literally been every night checking, like, oh, she wasn't done it. Fuck.
Oh, no.
Really off the clock.
That's hilarious. I'm like,
You're
why
right.
is-
That is my job. I'm so sorry.
I'm like, why is Candace not posted this yet?
my God.
I even asked you yesterday, do you need anything different with it?
That was a hint. You need to be more direct.
No, I actually thought you didn't like it. Like, I was like, maybe she doesn't like the photo.
She was like, is it all good? I was like, yeah, it's great.
Okay, we're
We're gonna do
sound
that.
very organized. So Candace is going to post the Open captains later today. Or am I?
I don't know.
We'll talk
We'll talk about it later.
Talk about it off air as well. That's hilarious.
I'll just do it.
Don't take my jobs off me.
Just do it, Becky. Just do it. Yeah, would you like to go through who they are?
I would. Which one do I start with? Doesn't matter.
Do the double last.
Okay.
Because that's funny.
Okay. Captain number 1. This is in no particular order, not
Except
number
for
1.
last.
Yeah. Yeah, okay.
Because we said
Just
that.
delete that.
Delete that. Delete it.
Can't.
Orange captain. Let's do colour names instead.
Orange.
Is Erin Jeffrey.
Woo!
You need your little...
She doesn't care.
No,
She-
she's fucking...
Thanks.
That was like a...
Oh, you hold it.
We should get off.
She also made, this is why you need headphones. Yes, you need.
Oh my God.
The amount of caps you get is how much I like that captain. Okay.
Okay, got it. Erin,
All
Becky
right,
doesn't like
Erin.
you.
Not captain number one.
Oh, I'm crying.
We picked her because lots of reasons. She's been a member here. I don't know how long for. Should have looked that up. But is such an integral member of our community and is a lot of fun.
And like most recently, she worked her ass off throughout, not worked her ass off. She did everything she was told throughout her pregnancy. Pregnancy with the body was not the best,
Yeah.
which she's talked about on a podcast. And then her build back up, 100% trust in the coaches and in you. And yeah, she works the hardest she can with a smile on her face and gives us as much shit as possible in a very funny way. And she's gonna be an epic captain. She's gonna be great.
Are you ready, Becky?
Captain number 2.
Captain for the yellow team is Trishy. Oh, that's a long clap. She likes
It's
you.
a medium-sized class.
I just like yellow. Yellow's my
She
favourite
likes yellow.
colour.
Okay. Trishy, is she our first?
10-year member?
Yeah. First
She is, isn't she?
one? Yeah.
Kind of. She's in the
Ish.
same month
Yeah.
ish as
Close
others. Yeah. Yeah.
Which
Yeah,
is
So cool.
epic.
It's ridiculous.
And it's
To think
been-
that I've known people for, like, that's a long time.
that is a long time since you were a baby.
Yeah. Since before Callie was born.
Wild.
Wow.
Trishy is moving away.
Which is, I'm not going to be okay.
Yeah.
That's going to hurt me.
Yeah.
Bitch.
Gonna be. She's moving back to the UK to be with her family.
I don't even see her that much because she trains early
Yeah.
and some Saturdays,
Yeah.
but she has just been here for so fucking
She's
literally
just,
from the
like-
start. Like,
Goes with Contessa. Like
Yeah.
you just can't even imagine it without her here.
yeah.
So this will be her last open with us for a while.
And although she
Bit
won't really
sad.
know what the fuck's going on,
Becky's going to be her minder.
we chose her for captain because she's just been here for so long. She's
Yeah.
been such an awesome part of the gym, and
Yeah.
she won't be here for a little bit.
Yeah.
For, we don't know how long. Maybe 20 years. Who knows?
Yeah. Will she be a good captain? I don't know.
Doubt it.
She will bring the vibes, and that's all that matters.
And Becky's going to be her minder. I like
Becky
that.
will help with everything else. And then the purple team. This is the first time we have done this. We have a co-captaincy because these two people do not exist on their own. It's Mel and Stell, the mum and daughter. Oh, that was a little clump.
That's a little one. She's like, I tried to make it long.
The mother and daughter duo who,
Have achieved greatness.
yeah, together.
Yeah.
Which is so cool. So
the best.
they are going to be taking care of the purple team.
I wonder, we haven't asked them. I think they've been close forever, but I wonder if doing CrossFit has made them closer. I haven't
I've
actually
never
asked them that,
Yeah.
but I imagine it would have, surely. That shared suffering.
Mm-hmm.
So that's going to be a fun team as well.
Yeah.
Little co-captains.
Very cute. Yeah. Just going to be lots of fun.
Yeah.
So we have little special like challenges every week for the teams to get points, and then at the end of the 3 weeks we have like a winning team and they get a big banner that goes on the wall in the gym, and just lots of shit talk for 3 weeks, which is great.
It's the best.
Mm-hmm. Very
It's
fun.
very fun. Cool. All right.
Yeah.
Bright spot.
Oh god.
Do you want me to go first?
Yeah, kinda. Can't think of anything good this week. Nothing bad, but like nothing like
My week
worthy.
Complaining, Candace. Fuck. My bright spot this week is the staff and the staff programs. Mm-hmm. So we talked about the other day and how much the staff have like done in a small amount of time and build their own little programs up. So we've got Beck Star with her Masters Club, and it's growing. It's doing
It's the
very well.
cutest thing ever.
Yeah, it's very cool and just it's just so awesome to watch.
Becky
and
taught them how to use the app the other day. That's what they were all sitting there doing.
I know.
Oh yeah. And then
I'd like earmarked 5 minutes.
yeah,
for
it took 15 to
minutes
20.
later, it's still there.
It was very funny.
because I was having a coffee
Yeah.
and Han? Who was in the coffee shop?
I was in the coffee shop, yeah.
Yeah, and Becky's like, oh, I made it to work.
just on time.
I was watching, I was like, I
Minute
need to go.
So funny.
So good.
But yeah, the Masters. I think it's like anyone can do CrossFit. Everyone can do CrossFit. But having that program for people that are the same as you, I think is really cool.
Mm-hmm.
Which brings me to the next one. Nick has just kicked off Mum Club, which is very cool. We've just had our first week of Mum Club. And I think that's, again, people the same as them, which I think is a really just, yeah, it's going to be special. It's going to grow and be a cool little program. She's worked really hard on that. Han with Foundations.
Who's Hannah?
I don't know.
Yeah.
Did she move to New Zealand? No, wait, not New Zealand.
Not this time. She's been on holidays this week. I've
Tasmania.
messaged her every day to be like, haven't forgotten you yet.
Oh, you have?
Yeah, I sent her a photo every day.
I was going to send her and you. Then I was like, no, that's too mean. The second day she was away. No, the first day when you jumped in on team training, Josh sent me a video of me and you doing Synchro Devil's Press. And I was going to send it to us in a group message and say, Hannah who? And I was like, that's too mean. I can't do it to her on day one. She'll be too sad. It was very funny. Good video though. Maybe I'll post it now and be like, Hannah who?
We talked about it.
Yeah. And yeah, Han with Foundations.
Yeah.
She's crushing it, doing really well. All the newbies. What else we got?
And then Rocks.
Yes, Cezi with her Rocks program. Not High Rocks yet.
Not allowed to say that yet. Legal department, don't come at us. I know what mine is now. Are you done?
And you always with your
Just
things.
bright spot always.
You're just always my bright spot with your nutrition and all. It's just, yeah, it's really cool. And Kel's working on some teenage stuff. Yeah, it's really cool seeing all of those programs unfold. Love it. You can
I've got
go
mine.
now.
Thank you.
Did you even listen to mine? She probably wasn't listening.
I was just thinking about mine. No, listen, I promise. Speaking of the Gauss family, so Mel and Stell, their son, Stella's brother, Mel's son. I don't know how to say that.
Not like that. You definitely can't say that.
How would you say that?
Mel's son, Stella's brother.
Yeah. Okay.
Not brother son.
Isaac. So he's been doing nutrition with me since September. All right, Willy Wooly.
Sorry.
Officially has lost 20 kilos as of
Whoa.
today, which is really cool.
That's so cool.
Yeah. So his goal, I'll have to go back and double check, but his son turns 1 this weekend and he really wanted to be 20 kilos down by the time his family got back to visit him. Wow. And he did it as of today.
That's so special.
So cool.
And I think that's like really like a great reflection on you as a coach because you don't see him.
Yeah.
Like
it's way trickier online.
Like not having that like you guys don't really know each other that well. Like I know you've met in person and whatnot, but to have a online client achieve that is pretty cool.
Yeah, I'm so stoked for him, and yeah, it's just really cool seeing all the life that people get back when they achieve something like that.
Especially like that whole fam. How cool.
Yeah,
saving lives, really.
Very special.
You're basically a doctor.
Basically, not. Sorry, Steph.
Didn't do the better. Like you did some of it with physio. Now you do
counts.
it. Saving lives. That's all that matters. Anyway, there's some good bright spots.
Okay, thanks. This is getting weird. We need to go.
I'm still stuck on the fact that we both didn't know who's posting what. So we're going to go and have a meeting now. Have a conversation.
My performance review. Fuck.
Have a little conversation about some things, aren't we?
Right. Okay.
Love you.
Bye.
Hopefully you guys see Candace next week.